everyone, and welcome to Lena Mystic, where we embrace our spiritual awakenings by identifying our personal power and authentic self. Today I have a little guest, my twin, my son. You're going to be in this video today?
Yes.
Okay, your name's Zane. Good job, Zane. My name is Mom, but the world knows me as Lena. Yeah, okay, so we're going to pick a few cards today, okay? Alright, so let's see what the energy is. Let's get a feel. Okay, so far it looks like there is some deep sadness, and that's like the energy that's going on. It makes sense because there's a lot of planets in retrograde right now. So a lot of things that were hidden are now being revealed, and the sadness is arising because it's time for you to speak more about how you feel, about what you're thinking, and what's going on through your mind and your heart. So right now, take this time to face your sadness or your disappointment or whatever you're feeling deep within. And while you're doing that, just express more to the people that are in your lives how you feel about them. This could be something that triggers you. This could be something that just makes you feel lonely. This could be something that makes you distance yourself from others. Whatever the case is, whatever you're going through, really listen to that right now, because it's time to express more of yourself to the people that play a role in these feelings and emotions that you have. So definitely say what you mean, and face this sadness. Why do you feel this sadness? What's it stemming from? What's triggering you? What's causing heartache? What's causing this pain? And speak your truth. Inner child. Okay, so a lot of childhood things are coming up. Maybe someone's in your life and they do the same thing that they used to do when you were a child, and it makes you feel uncomfortable, and it doesn't make you feel happy. So you may be seeing people from your past. You may be reconnecting with old friends, reconnecting with old family members, just reconnecting with people that you haven't seen in a while, or reconnecting with memories that you've kind of pushed down but now are rising back to the surface. So that's very intriguing as well. I think this is a good time to face every single emotion that you're feeling and ask yourself, what is this stemming from? Who taught me these things? And do I want to continue my life with these things, or do I want to move forward? Yes, okay, so the Courage card came out, and this is just saying be courageous when you face these feelings and emotions. Realize that it is a piece of you. It's nothing that you need to necessarily be afraid of, but if you are afraid of it, when you are a courageous person, you can face your fears and conquer them. You can face everything that's going on in your life with bravery and courage, and say, I'm going to do what I have to do to get to where I'm trying to be. Wow, so the selling out card came out along with temptation, and it can be very tempting to just say, I'm gonna shove this underneath the rug, but don't sell out yourself. Really take this time while everything is coming up to face it, to challenge yourself and say, this is something that I need to do for the betterment of my future, for me to get the prayers that I've been asking, all the things that I've been asking for. This is going to lead me closer to that. So don't sell out yourself, and don't turn around and say, I'm just not going to look at it. Or don't be in the middle of it and not face it, This is a part of you at this point, and you get to decide whether you continue your journey carrying it subconsciously, keeping you from doing what you really want to do, or if you want to face it consciously and work through it and then rid yourself of it, free yourself of it, cleanse it in a sense. So this is where you can take control, but you have to be courageous enough to actually face it and to actually conquer it. Entrapment. Wow, so a lot of you feel like you're trapped in it when you face it. A lot of you are scared to face it because you feel like you might be trapped. Don't fear that. Like I said, this is a piece of you already. So it's more of a trap when you don't know that you have a choice. When you don't know that you have a choice to let go of it or carry it on your journey. A lot of us, when we have these things, we shove it under the rug because we think we don't have any control over it, but you do have control over it. All you have to do is face it, ask it why it's here and what it's trying to teach you. And once you decode those things, you figure out those things, then you'll have a better understanding of why it's still lingering, why it's still around. If you guys need any help with that, I'm willing to help you with that. Through my readings, through my Reiki, through my coaching sessions. You can book that on my website, lenamysticoracle.com. But overall, just really listen to everything that you're feeling right now, because it's leading you towards the answers that you need. You're coming up towards a door. It's almost like you've been walking up the stairs for a while and there's a door right here and you're like, well, I didn't know that this is where I was going. But each step that you take is leading you closer to this door. And behind this door are the things that you want, the things that you want to live and breathe in. So this is asking you, are you going to keep taking those steps up, or are you going to walk all the way back down? So if you're feeling super tired at this point, you feel like you need extra naps, you feel like you need to just lay in the bed. You okay? Okay. If you feel like you need to lay in the bed, if you feel like you don't want to see much people right now, this is the time to heal. You're so drained because you need to heal. You need to face the things that you're subconsciously going through. All the things that are rising to the surface, you need to face those things. So if you've been feeling super tired, super drained, it's just because your energy needs restoration. Your energy needs, it needs to be restored. Just that's as basic as it is. It needs to be restored. And you've been running on E for a while, and your spirit is like, hey, what we were doing, you know, isn't really feeding us as much anymore. So let's see what's around, acknowledge it, and figure out what we need to heal, what we need to focus on, what we need to renew, what we need to get rid of, all of that stuff. So this is a cleansing, a purging period. I really want to call this the purge. This is a purging period where it's almost like the season autumn or fall, where the trees are losing all of their leaves. That's kind of what you're going through. You're losing all of your leaves and it feels out of control. Like, oh my God, this was going well, now it's falling apart. Well, it's really not. It's just allowing you to grow. It's allowing you to, you know, go beyond what your expectations were before. You are going to be so much bigger, so much greater than what you've ever seen in your life. And this is a beautiful time to grow. And if you're not healing, you're not growing as much as you can grow. It's gonna feel like you're carrying all these bricks, and it is baggage. You're carrying all these bricks along with you. You're like, I'm just gonna keep moving, like you're trying your best, and it's like you're moving in slow motion because you're trying to carry everything with you, but you don't need all of that. All you need to do is face stuff. Is this me anymore? Is this something that I want to carry on with me on my journey? Nah. This is definitely something I want to carry on with my journey. This happiness, this great experience, because that motivates me. And a lot of us, we even hold on to sadness because it motivates us, or disappointment because it motivates us. And yes, you can use those moments as fuel. But if it happened so many years ago, you really need to ask yourself, at this point, do I really need to carry that on with me? Or have I learned how to motivate myself outside of that sadness, outside of that pain, outside of that disappointment, outside of that abuse? We do not have to hold on to these things that we hold on to, guys. We really don't. And if you guys purchase my book, Healer's Break to Heal, and you read through it, you'll learn that there are things that you can release. There's a lot of people that we haven't forgiven yet, and that's baggage. There's ourselves that we feel guilt for, and even grief for, that we carry that baggage around. And this is really just asking us to face the sadness that we feel, that we bury deep within, and say, is this something that I want to take this new journey with? Is this something that I want to drag me on this new journey? Do I want to be heavy when I'm joining this new journey, this new community, this new place? Do I want that? Or do I want better? Do I want more? Do I want more? You know, do I want more happiness? Or do I want to continue to carry the sadness around and just never face it and keep sweeping it underneath the rug? At this point, you're hoarding that stuff, and it's time to go through it. You're literally hoarding these things that drag you down, and it's really time to look under the rug and say, all right, I can do this. I can face this and see what this experience is trying to teach me, and then I can conquer this experience. I can conquer it and release it and allow it to be cleansed. This is a very intriguing time. My son was playing with the Alice in Wonderland deck, so I'm not going to really use that today. But I think this deck is really speaking to me right now, and I got this deck 2 years ago on my birthday, so it's giving right now. It's speaking to me. Sexuality is another thing that we're working through right now. Some of us are working through sexual guilt. I don't know if it's like the past people that we've had sex with, or if it's, you know, maybe watching videos and we're not really comfortable with that after the climax. So it's time to face that stuff too. Why do you continue to go into this circle where you feel guilt afterwards? Or why face the guilt? Why do I feel guilt after I watch this, or after I think about this? What is the guilt for? What is it attached to? Is it attached to other people's expectations of me? Because that has nothing to do with me, you know? So facing all of that stuff, there's a lot of, I want to say, guilt, sadness, and like subconsciously storing stuff. And if we can face all of that stuff head on the moment that it arises, or maybe even the next moment that it arises, if we can't take it the first time because maybe we're at work, or maybe we're taking care of our child at the time, give yourself the time to set aside and say, I need to face this. If you need help, I've got you for support. Of course, you guys know that. But you can do this on your own. It's the easiest if you can write it down. It may not be extremely easy. It may not feel easy, but I do find it easier if I write it down. Okay, I have guilt attached to this. Or what emotion do I feel? What do I feel in my body when I think of this thing? Oh, my back tenses up, my hands start to break out, all of this stuff. And then you can start to read more into how your body is trying to tell you, your spiritual body and your emotional body is suffering. Once it gets to the physical body, that means, hey, we really got to get through this. So really, really dive deep into why you're feeling this way. It's going to change your life, and you're going to feel even more courageous, even more confident afterwards. Watch your beauty skyrocket after. I hope this video really helped you guys. It's the purge. Sometimes it seems scary, but it's a beautiful experience. It is. I've been explaining it a lot to my clients and my membership clients specifically, that it's almost like a wildfire going through a forest. And when the vegetation arises again, it's even more beautiful and more strong than it ever was before. So that's you, honey. You're the phoenix rising. You're the forest rising. So this is beautiful. And like I said, I really hope you enjoyed this. I hope it helped. I hope it gave you clarity and guidance. And I love you so much. If you guys need to book me, you can go ahead and do that through LenaMysticOracle.com. If you want to check out some uplifting content, you can do that on my social medias, on Facebook and Instagram at LenaMysticOracle. I'm also on Pinterest at LenaMystic. And once again, I love you, and I'll see you in another video.